You're listening to 1069 Click FM, live in color.
True North, you're tired? You can't be tired yet. We have all this exciting playoff hockey to get through tonight and tomorrow. And you might get thrown out of the country for displaying such blasé attitudes. Oh man. Hi everybody, this is Ass Talk. Another one of the many shows that I do here on 1069 Click FM, where we just try to sort through the noxious cloud of sports prognostication in an effort to find a few nuggets of truth. And I depend on the people in chat, as many of them as can show up, whether it's Kung Fu William, MKI, Luke, Logan, True North, everybody who comes along to spread a little bit of knowledge and keep the bullshit from taking over. No tie-dye shirt today. I kind of just got done a little while ago doing yard work, and there are certain shirts I wear for that and some I don't. But I did want to start at the top with, like I said, a quick discussion of the Panthers-Bruins series. Yes, we will get to the gambling. My DraftKings code, True North, is Oh Bite Me. And I'm very glad that Tim was here earlier, and this is because I think this is absolutely something that he needs to hear. On behalf of the NHL, the 31 other fan bases, and, of course, the Duck, I would like to apologize for the utter embarrassment brought upon you by the Florida Panthers. Now, obviously, the rest of us did get the memo about Bruins in 3. I mean, they broke so many records, they won the President's Trophy, and it's obvious to everybody with a brain and a beating heart, maybe not a functional brain maybe, but a brain nonetheless, that the Bruins are going to win this and that the NHL playoffs this year are just an elaborate psychotic formality. But then some wire must have gotten crossed, and then the Panthers played back. It was unforeseen. It was shameful, because I thought we all agreed on this set outcome, and I hope that there will be severe ramifications, because honestly, we cannot allow such abhorrent behavior to continue and ruin the good name and character of the NHL. And hello, Justin. True North is right. No H in America, H in the international. And yes, Logan, I did see that about the 5 suspensions, 3 of them out of the Detroit Lions club, with Quintus Cephas and C.J. Moore getting suspended indefinitely. And, of course, the big name, Jamison Williams, getting taken out for 6 games. Yep, it sucks, but also with how much press Calvin Ridley got for doing the same damn thing and getting booted out for a year last year, I don't know how the message didn't get through that they were going to be taking this shit seriously. Mm-hmm. Mm. Give it time, Luke. Find your moment. Hello, Ishii. I hope the day is treating you well. Yep. Angie has finally deigned us worthy of her presence. She was upset because the duck was up there for a while, so she was walking around howling and letting me know that I was an unfit parent, and still am an unfit parent. But, yeah. You know, this is honestly the first case of noteworthy bad locker room behavior under Dan Campbell and his current management. And I hopefully we don't see any more repeat things in the future. Hello, Bruce. It was like I said, Luke. If Bobby Lane didn't curse us, it was simply owners got hold of a team and just used it for making money instead of actually trying to field a good squad. That's all. Besides, if this is karma for the Lions colluding with the Vikings during the draft last year, then by that logic, the Green Bay Packers' records and level of play in the 1980s is long delayed but eventual karma for them going along with the 1933 ban on black players being in the NFL. So, they had to work a little bit longer on that one because there's no official one owner and nobody has come forward to, officially say, yes, it was this person in the Green Bay Packers organization who signed off on it, because I'm not sure if that was the sort of thing that went to a shareholder vote. But, if we're going to go down that road, then I think we ought to, try to be as inclusive as they possibly could. Oh, no, it wasn't just them. It was almost everybody. In fact, the only person who even tried to fight back against it was George Halas. And it was because there is around that time when they were still doing the collegiate all-stars versus the NFL championship game, there was one year that there was a collegiate player, last name Washington. I want to say his first name was Carey, and he was black, and he ran very well in that game, scored the touchdown on the Packers, and Halas actually tried to get all the other owners to stop the blacklisting. Yes, they did have African American players in the early 1900s, but in 1933, Logan, George Preston Marshall of the Washington Redskins convinced everybody to ban them again. The official line was that they were doing it for the safety of any black players because they thought they would get targeted by players and teams in the South and intentionally injured. So it was a preventative measure, you see. It's for their own good. Speaking of owners, the idea of the main money man behind the bid to buy Birmingham has been leaked. Ooh. Yeah. I would like to also point out that after George Preston Marshall was forced to integrate, he did set up a little profit of his own by the name of the Redskins Foundation. And one of the little mission statement things included opposing integration in any form. So, hedge fund manager by the name of Tom Wagner. Yeah, it's, I thought you would recognize that, Ishii. Quoting a little bit of Tribe Called Quest, this shirt I actually got from an organization that tries to, educate people about, safe and accepting behavior during concerts with a focus on preventing sexual assault. All right. The second thing that, or is it the third, that has come to mind? Am I the only person who is still not convinced about the Toronto Maple Leafs? I mean, yeah, they got that nice big victory to not lose 2 games at home, and Tampa Bay Lightning look absolutely wiped out in Game 2 last night. Everybody was scoring with wild abandon. Excuse me, our sponsor Sioux City Sarsaparilla making me a bit irpy. Yeah, especially from seeing how fans were ripping apart the coach's lines and the players that he chose to play together at certain points during the game, and when he told them to sub in, when he told them to sub out. And that it's a problem that has been happening for Sheldon Keefe, the coach of the Leafs, a number of times this season. That did not sit well with me at all. And hello, Sean. Hope the day's treating you well. And yeah, my only thought of baseball right now is I do find it a little bit interesting that as it currently stands right now in the American League, all the wild card teams are out of the AL West. The only one who does not have a spot is the Boston Red Sox, but below the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, it is Blue Jays, Yankees, and Orioles. Yeah. Nobody's believing in Toronto until they advance to the second round. They are officially they have taken the Washington Capitals mantle and just run with it. And I also think that there is a good chance that we could get another Major League Baseball record broken this year. And I think it could be from the Athletics for worst record or worst winning percentage in a single season. 'Cause right now, only 3 victories. They are the absolute worst squad in both leagues. And with the news of that parcel of land being purchased for the future Las Vegas Athletics. Ugh. Oh, yeah. And yes, Logan, the Brewers are still hanging pretty tough on top. The only team that's behind them is the Pirates, and I think they're back by at least 2 or 3 games. Leaves are going to get stomped like a Draymond Green opponent. Timely. Oh, sorry, Ron. Well, I hope this doesn't get me in trouble with your VPN just from talking about the Maple Leafs. Like, Oakland is now become. Oakland feels like now what St. Louis was for a long time. Like the team the city that sports teams could not wait to leave. You know? And now they don't have a single professional franchise left. At this point, I think the only hope for them getting another sports franchise is probably Major League Soccer. Because I know that they are definitely willing to take a chance on franchises in places, you know, where they might not have success. They're just willing to do it. But damn, no, I just feel bad for Oakland. They really didn't deserve it. Of course, yeah, it's the owners kicking every sports team out, moving everything to Vegas. And yeah, thank you for that note, MKI. Me and Adam will be going live for the Dallas, Minnesota game tonight, which I believe is game 3, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 8:30 p.m. Central. Trying to keep Adam from going over the edge and seeing if Monty asks for overtime. In Madison, hey, might work. Might work. I mean, there's a decent, you know, considering, you know, the college town population in the area and how crazy they go for Wisconsin sports, I don't see why not. All right. Hey, you do what you gotta do, Luke. You do what you gotta do. Oh, yeah. Seems like, well, there's a lot going on tonight. I mean, let me take another quickie look here. Yeah, we still tonight have Celtics, Hawks, Cavaliers, Knicks, and Nuggets, Timberwolves. That is 3 games all going on in very close proximity to each other, and I'm assuming on different networks so they can't interfere with the start times. And then over in the NHL, in order, got Canes Islanders, Carolina leading 2-0, and I have a feeling this could be a 4-0 blanking if the Islanders aren't careful. Like Bruins Panthers, unfortunately Bruins in 4 now. I'm very sorry about that again. Stars Wild, let's see if Wild can pull out some of that same mojo they had in the first game, because they absolutely got whomped in the second one. And Oilers Kings, game 3, series tied at 1. I will be doing game 4 on Sunday night, so look ahead for that. Yeah. As it stands right now, the only series that I think are truly over, just from the pieces that I've been able to catch of them, are Carolina Hurricanes. I think the Canes are going to win, no problem. And Devils Rangers, which is unfortunate, you know, seeing as I picked a Devils Rangers game for tomorrow night. But I was feeling a little optimistic for the Devils, wanted to give them some time, but I guess they're just not ready yet to really make a mark in the playoffs. Now the MLB just started. And yeah, there will be a 2-stream Sunday. I'm going to be doing the daytime game between the Warriors and the Kings, and then that night, the Oilers and Los Angeles Kings. So yeah, it's a whole kingly day on Sunday. And the Brewers are playing the Red Sox in Milwaukee tonight. Well, that should be an easy win for them, considering that the Red Sox are, I think, aggressively about 1 or 2 spots out of the wild card area right now. And yeah, that should be no problem for the Brewers, not at all. let's see, over on the hardcourt side of things, yeah, 76ers look like they're about to sweep the Nets, no problem. Nuggets, Timberwolves, I mean, good on Minnesota for making it there, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to keep up. Celtics, Hawks, sorry, thanks for playing. And everything else, it's actually starting to feel kind of competitive, even Suns, Clippers. You know, assuming Kawhi Leonard can get his knee fixed and come back for at least one more game. But with I think he's, as far as I can remember, just about like the majority of Kawhi Leonard's seasons for playing, he has had injury problems in some form or another. And it's only been those rare couple of years that he's been healthy enough to get that title with San Antonio, and then, get that title with the Raptors. And now it's, he has been injured a great deal. I'm going to be streaming the Rangers-Devils game. Oh, I'm going to be going up against the Dumpster Fire crew. Oh, I better get that thing ready just in case something really stupid happens. And, knowing the people that I have in my chat, I think the odds of something very stupid happening could be pretty good. And I don't mean that in a bad way. What is more common, a healthy Kawhi or a healthy CMC? It's kind of like asking if you see the Aurora Borealis more in the green light or the pink light. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, William. Quack right on the dumpster fire. I could be going up against She Got Sports, too. Yeah. Then again, I just assume that all professional wrestlers are hiding some sort of terrible injury and having to play through it whenever they step into the ring. All right, so it's going to be a busy Saturday night. Hope you're all ready for that. And it's one of the good things, about the long stretch until football starts again is around this time. Just the NHL and NBA playoffs just make it so much fun. Oh, I think it'll happen, MKF, that you'll get some salty 5 points, because as much as I love Igor, he still can get goals hung on him if the team around him lets him down. All right, yes, and Ron, we do get sponsored by the best products on this show, and I want to take the time to thank another one of today's sponsors for Ass Talk. Whorehound Natural Hard Candies, made with natural whorehound herb tea, brewed and steeped in copper kettles to enhance the natural whorehound flavor. Whorehound. And you would be right, Rachel. There is an Angie over here. She is finally curled up because she thinks I'm going to be here for the next few hours, but joke's on her. This show ends whenever I think I've run out of things to talk about, or we run out of suggestions from the audience. Exactly, MKI. It's how it keeps you from confusing it with other products that might have the name whore in their name. I know. Get the ear scritches in. You've had a hard day of telling Monty what to do. You deserve the break. What does horehound taste like? That is a very good question. Honestly, I just recommend you find out for yourself. I mean, there's only $1.50 for a bag of these, so low investment. And they have other flavors if it turns out you don't like this, but you like the candy itself. I would answer that, Ron, but I never tell a lady's age. Victor Wembanyama has been declared for this year's draft. Okay. I am not sure who this Victor Oh, thank you for autocorrecting. Victor Wembanyama, a French professional basketball player for Metropolitan 92 of the LNB Pro A. Okay. 19 years old, out of France, 7'2". All right. Okay. Well, best of luck to him, I suppose. Hopefully he'll get a whatchamacallit, at least a year or so in a G League to, get his feet underneath him. Oui, indeed. Yeah. Funny note about that, True North. When Walmart ended up moving into the Chicagoland area, there were a lot of people who did not want it to happen, and there were certain aldermen who got villainized by, well, people like me for allowing neighborhood businesses to close and Walmart to find a way to sneak in. And a lot of the times people didn't even shop at them, except in those places where there were food deserts or it was the cheapest option available. And I don't really blame anybody for going after the Walmarts if that's the reason that they're going with, but yeah. World's tiniest violin for Walmart not being able to stick around in Chicago. So it'll be, oh, that's right. They do that whole, Powerball draft lottery thing for the NBA with, however bad your team was, that's how many of your, increases your chances of your ball being drawn. And, I just want him to fall to a team that absolutely does not need it or deserves it. That would make my day. All right, let me see if there's anything else that I have missed as far as current games, upcoming games. Oh, I did want to make sure that I mentioned this. This season will be worth it for Wembanyama. Yep. Always a a good slogan needed for any sports tanking. Yes, Sean, I did mention them. Uh, I think they were dumbasses to do it, especially after how much press and how hard the league came down on Calvin Ridley for doing the same thing just a year ago. You know, but everybody thinks that they will that they can be that smart one. It's Office Space all over again. How can these Neanderthal criminals be so good at crime and smart guys like us suck so bad at it? They're already having to spend that. They're already having to spend shitloads on transportation to get basic goods. Oh my goodness. Hey, hello. Hello, Joey. Hope you're doing well. You're right, Michael. There was one commies player that was involved in that. I did not catch his name. But, yeah. There's the whole raft of people being stupid when it comes to activities that are okay, whether it be inside or outside of a facility. You know, the distinction is just lame. Lame as hell, and of course with the fact that with how much the NFL and all the professional sports leagues are getting wrapped up in all of the legalized gambling between the DraftKings and the FanDuel and the blah, blah. Even Steve Dangle is sponsored by a Canadian sports betting app. So, as where we are. I was entertained by all the shit talking that Dylan Brooks was doing of LeBron James in that game. And in the off and outside of it, it poked the bear. And Dylan's saying that that's what he likes to do. He pokes bears. That has been a nice bright spot to see. Well. Yeah. I did see it. And remember, Deshaun Watson got 11 games. Oh, I'm sure he'll get plenty of time to play. And when the hell do the Lakers play next? It completely slipped my mind. Yeah, they are going to be the late game tomorrow at 9 p.m. Whew. Oh, I have a bad feeling I'm going to end up keeping track of that in some horrible way. I don't know how, but I just feel like I might get overtime in Devils Rangers, and I'll be getting all the Memphis, LA updates that I can stand. Yeah, I thought it was odd praising myself, Luke, considering that the mascot for Memphis is the Grizzlies. But I don't know, maybe that's part of like off-season workouts or something, team bonding exercises. Who can say? Oh, yes, the final thing that I wanted to get to. And I know that there's a lot of sports to take in it and keep track of, but there's also racing season that is going on right now. And if you're like I am, you're excited for a couple of races that are going to be coming up. Specifically, the Marbula 1 Grand Prix. Season 4 is coming up. A couple of expansion teams are going to be competing in 10, along with other teams, in 10 races at different tracks. It's going to be a lot of insane marble fun. I, of course, am going to be rooting for Team Momo, as I always do, because I apparently have a thing for teams that are beloved but can't do a damn thing to win. It's going to be starting next week. Qualifiers for the first race are going to be next Thursday, probably released sometime during the midday or the late afternoon. So if you got some time, I'd recommend checking it out. It is a lot of fun, and we get some great races and some great finishes out of these courses. I would really say I would recommend it. Poking the old bear. Yeah. Unless he could specifically point out an old bear that he is poking, I just assume it's more of just like an otter or a cub. But then again, it's not my business. And with that, I think I'm honestly out of things to talk about. Y'all have been bringing up and great things to add to the conversation, but I'm comfortable ending it here for today. Don't want to ramble on for too long when I don't have anything else to say, so that's it. Thank you all for this very quick Ass Talk session. I'm going to be back at 8:30 with Minnesota Vikings Man 28 for the Dallas-Minnesota game. And, yeah, I always appreciate your support whenever you're here. I hope the next 4 hours go very well for you. And, thank you for tuning in to 106.9 Click FM. Good night, Milwaukee, wherever you are.